Welcome, my fellow boaters. Like me, you're probably eager to get your boats ready before the reservoirs open. Or my favorite season, crabbing season. But notice I said boats. Seems to be these things multiply. Here's my new boat. I acquired this project last fall and I started by replacing the transom. Now I'm working on the flooring. I start out by laying rigid foam board insulation between the railings. It's lightweight and adds extra soundproofing, which is the purpose of putting the carpet in my boats. Also, it adds extra flotation. I'll put links for all the materials in the description. I get everything at Home Depot. I then cover the floor with FRP wallboard. It's waterproof and durable. I glue the carpet directly to this paneling. The way that I install my flooring, this paneling is easily removable, so you can run wires or whatnot. And at the same time, secure enough you can tow the trailer however you want, or fast. You might have noticed the little bits of carpet I put between the foam, and I put some under the foam to help prevent squeaks while fishing. In this section of the boat, none of the material is glued to the boat. It can be removed easily. It's secured by tucking the edges of the carpet. You'll see this in the end of this video. What I'm working on here are the sides of the boat. I make this out of aluminum trim coil I get from Home Depot, and I bend it on my aluminum brake. If you don't have one, reach out to a local siding company. They might bend you a piece for cheap. I then glue the carpet down with outdoor carpet adhesive. Make sure to use a 1/8 V-notch trowel and spread it as thin as possible. If you leave it too thick, it will bleed through the carpet. If the temperatures aren't above 60 degrees, it might take a few days for this adhesive to dry with the carpet on top. After spreading the adhesive, you really want to give it some time to tack over, maybe 20 to 30 minutes before rolling the carpet out. This also helps prevent the glue from bleeding through the carpet. From here, I fold the carpet over and I secure it with clothespins. Now I have to give it time to dry. Given the current seasons in Maryland right now, I had to leave this in my house to dry for a couple of days. You'll notice I didn't glue the bottom 2 inches of the carpet to the paneling, and I left an extra 2 inches on the floor as well. This is so I can overlap them, and it secures the flooring nicely. I then trim the sides with a razor knife or scissors, and I try to cut it right at the bend of the angle of the boat. I never glued this seam, and I've had no issues with it, but if you want to secure it and still have it removable, you can use Velcro. Works nicely. Eventually these side panels get secured to the boat by screwing to the crossbars. But as you can see on this side, I have to set the steering console and still run some wires. The way this console was originally set was just a little too tight for me. So I'll be rebuilding the dash and adjusting the steering wheel to sit back a little bit more, hoping to get a few more inches of foot room. That will be in my next video. Once I have the steering console placement, I will then determine where I can drill the hole for the wiring and finish that part of the boat. Once everything is set in place, you can locate the crossbars on the outside of the boat by locating and centering between the rivets on the outside of the boat. My hope is to move the steering console forward just enough to reach the front crossbar, and I'll be securing the sides and the console with stainless steel screws into these crossbars. Please like and subscribe for future updates on this boat restoration.